What's up there, people? I'm Chef Michael Reyes and you're watching The Hungry Winos. Today's episode is all about stuffing. Now, I don't want to say anything about Mrs. Cubison. It's a great product. I don't want the stovetop police to come marching in and take me away. But it's Thanksgiving. Can't we take it up a notch? Now, I want to show you some products you don't normally use with stuffing. Here we have some leftover cornbread. You can use any kind of cornbread recipe you like, store-bought, made, whatever. Now, the wild rice. Now, rice ratios, when you have white rice, it's 2-to-1. When you have brown rice, it's 3-to-1. When you get to wild rice, it's 4-to-1. Now, I don't really have to follow this. I can go ahead and get a pot of boiling salted water and put my cup of wild rice in. Let it go for an hour, hour and 15 minutes, and strain it out. It's not a matter of covering it and watching it. You can just boil it out and you'll get something like this. Really nice product. It's just strained out. I added a little bit of oil just so it doesn't stick together because I had it in the refrigerator overnight. I have some pecans, just simple pecans. If you like walnuts, go for it. I'm allergic, so I don't bother with it. I have a simple trinity here. I have some onions, I have a little bit of celery, and some red bell pepper. I have some Tasso ham. It's regular ham, but on the outside it has Cajun spices. Kind of hot, lots of flavor. It'll help with the cornbread and the wild rice. A little bit of parsley here. It gives it a nice herbaceous feel. And I have some thyme because I like thyme. Now, a little bit about pecans. When I heat my nuts, I always burn them. Anyway, go ahead and set your oven for about 230 and put your nuts in. Once we're done sauteing, pull those nuts out of the oven and they should be nicely roasted. So let's get cooking. I have a hot pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil and we can go ahead and throw in our trinity. We have some onions. I'll get those going. All we're looking for is to get these onions translucent. Now we're gonna add our crunch. We have a little bit of celery. That goes in. We just want to get this a little bit soft. We're not looking for caramelization. Keep these clear. Now we're almost there as far as softness, so I'll go ahead and add my bell pepper. You're probably asking why I use red. You can use green, you can use yellow. I like red because of the different colors that are going on. You know, you gotta eat with your eyes. And we're almost done here. Since I'm not looking for caramelization, I can go ahead and salt this to let out some liquids. So if I can get my salt. We're almost done. I can add my Tasso ham now. The Tasso is already cooked, so it's not a matter of putting raw pork product in. I just got to warm it up. And all those Cajun spices can now marry with all the veg. Now you can see it's starting to release some of those spices. It smells damn good in here. Kind of spicy. Now, all we have to do now is mix our ingredients. So here we go, some cornbread. I can always add more. Add some wild rice. That looks good. I can add some more later. And here we go with the veg. Go ahead and mix. Go ahead and break down the cornbread to incorporate it with the wild rice. We're looking for nice little chunks of cornbread. You can see the color, have a lot of nice color here. And I'm ready to add the stock. This is about 2 cups of chicken stock. Now, what happened if you say to me, dude, I added too much? First of all, I'll say that's a you problem for not paying attention. But the other thing is, it's gonna cook out, it's gonna dry out. Don't panic, just lower the heat, it'll steam out, you'll be fine. So you really can't add too much. So go ahead and mix. It'll become soft and the cornbread will break down even more. If you want to right now, you can add a little bit more wild rice or cornbread, depending on what your fiber intake is. Right now, for me, this looks kind of good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my parsley, my thyme, that's cool. As you can see, we have a little bit of green here. Looks nice and fresh. And lastly, I'm gonna add my butter. This will make it nice and crispy and keep it loose. I have about 2 sticks here. Also, you don't have to pour all the butter in. You can leave a little bit just in case it's not browning the way you like. You sprinkle it on at the end, 5-10 minutes, high heat, nice crispness. Lastly, we can add our pecans. This will give it a nice texture. All right, you could put these in any vessel you like. You could put them in individual ramekins. You could put them in multiple casseroles. I'm gonna go ahead and use my cast iron skillet. Now, if you use a skillet, make sure you grease the bottom. There should be enough butter in your recipe to make this not stick or get a little crispy. Totally fine. So let's go ahead and add our stuffing into our cast iron. I can smear it around. This is gonna be damn good. All right, we're good to go. We're gonna put it in the oven. I'm looking at 350, 375 for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, all I'm looking for is it to get dry and crisp. So just like you would do a cake, little fork test. If it comes out all gooey ooey, put it in for a little bit longer. If it comes out dry, we're good to go. So we have our cornbread. It's been in the oven about 45 minutes. As you can see, it's nicely browned, looks good. We did the fork test, came out dry. I just want to go ahead and cut a piece because it really smells nice. Now take a look at this nice seasoned pan. As you sprayed it and keep it cleaned, no sticking, no big hard mess. Nice. Let's go ahead and taste this. Get all the crunchy parts. Oh no. Hold on a second. No, it's good. Really nice texture. Really nice flavor. You're gonna like it. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Hungry Winos. If you found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel grow and is always appreciated. We have a lot of recipes on the way that you're not gonna wanna miss. So if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on what's new. Also, if you have any culinary questions, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm Chef Michael Reyes. See you next time.